Hi, Simon Chappell here. I'm the Quit Alcohol Coach. As always, I'm here to help you smash your sobriety, and I want to make sure you're set for success when it comes to quitting drinking alcohol. Today, I wanted to share another tactic with you to help you smash through alcohol cravings. Cravings for alcohol can feel really challenging. We can be going through that psychological withdrawal, and remember, 90% of us are only psychologically addicted to drinking. It's only around 10% of people who are physically addicted to drinking. So when you think about that, you have to remember this is probably all in your head. If we can change your mindset, get through those difficult psychological things that are going to come up over that first couple of weeks, you're going to find yourself in a really strong place. 60 to 70% improvement in your mental toughness and resilience after a week to 10 days of not drinking. So think about that. On day one, day two, through to about day 5 or so, you can feel really fragile, and it can be very easy for a craving to drink to overwhelm you and for you to think that actually alcohol is a great idea right now. Alcohol is the only solution to this problem. When actually, if you can stand in the storm and you can weather those tough times, if you can get to 7 to 10 days, you're going to feel so much stronger and you're going to be set for success as you go forward into sobriety. So I want to share another tactic with you today. Before I do, if you feel that you need extra support, structure to your journey to sobriety, more tools, more tactics, and an awesome small community around you which will help and support you on the journey, I would want you to check out my Quit Drinking program. You can try it free for 14 days. The website is directly above my head. So if that feels like something that might be a good fit for you, give it a try. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. And as always, there's new videos on my YouTube channel here every Tuesday and every Thursday, so make sure you subscribe so you get notified when they're released. I wouldn't want you to miss out, and often I put bonus videos on as well, and you'll be notified of those if you subscribe to the channel, so don't miss out. And I'd love to have you as part of my community too, because it's becoming a really wonderful place for people on the journey to sobriety. So without further ado, let's get on with this tactic. This one is so great in the middle of a strong craving for alcohol. You can do it anywhere as long as you remember the order, although I sometimes mess the order up. It doesn't really matter. But you could do this while you're out and about. You could probably even do it while you're driving the car, but please pay attention to the road too. Road safety is important. But it's best done ideally in a stationary position. If you've got a pen and paper or notes on your phone where you can write this down, all the better. But if you want to do it in your head, that is absolutely fine. So it's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's a tactic that I used a lot during my days when I was suffering from really bad anxiety. And I've shared a couple of tactics recently that were anxiety based, but also work for destroying cravings to drink alcohol. So it's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 because it's easy to remember. And when you feel a craving to drink come on, or strong anxiety, uncomfortable feelings, I want you to pause. I want you to recognise that there it is. There's one of those feelings. And I want you to say to it, I wondered when you were going to show up. I knew you were going to turn up today. Almost welcome it in. Greet it. Don't be afraid of it. There's no point trying to suppress it. When we try and push those sort of feelings away, they come back stronger. You're far better to welcome it in. Don't be afraid of it. And the first thing you need to do is say to yourself, right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This tactic really focuses your mind and it will weaken that craving. It will weaken the uncomfortable thought. Sometimes you might need to do it twice, and that's absolutely fine. All you need to do is go through the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 process. You need to find 5 things that you can see. So what can you see around you now? I can see a picture on the wall. I've got a light right over there. There's my marathon medals. There's a window. And what else? I can see the camera. Now, you could write that down. If you write it down, it's going to really focus you. Your hands are going to be busy as well as your mind. And that is what we're looking for, a connection between mind and body. Then I want you to find 4 things that you can touch. Now, it doesn't have to be the wall behind you. It can be you yourself. You could touch your nose, you could touch your head. I was going to say hair, but I haven't got any. You could touch your ears. whatever. It could be anything. So you're looking for things you can touch, and again, if you can write it down, all the better. If you don't want to write it down, you could put it on video or voice record on your phone. The whole point is that this is going to occupy your mind and keep you well distracted from the thought that's come up, to the point where you're so focused on doing this that the thought just weakens. It's just insignificant now. So the more creative you can get with it, look for maybe funny things, or when you're doing the things you can see, maybe try and pick things that are a certain colour. Obviously you don't want to restrict it so you can't find any, but you might even be, for example, if you're out and about in a store, you might say, right, I'm going to find 5 things I can see that are in a bottle, or 5 things I can see that are blue, or something like that. Or if you're driving or walking around, that one's a bit easier, but it depends where you are. But you can have some fun with it, you can play with it, and again, when you write it down, you can say, I did 5 things that are blue, or 4 things I can touch that are soft, 4 things I can touch that feel nice, whatever you want to do. And then number 3 is 3 things you can hear. Now again, it can be anything. You can get as creative as you want. I did this once and it was my stomach rumbling that I could hear because I hadn't had my lunch. That's fine. Or it could be the sound of the traffic, or it could be someone talking on a tannoy in a store, or a child screaming, laughing, talking, whatever. It doesn't matter. And again, if you can get it down, it's going to help you, because that mind and hand connection, the devil makes work for idle hands. So if your hands are busy typing on your phone or writing this down, it's really, really going to help. And then number 2 of the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is 2 things you can smell. This can be kind of challenging. It depends where you are. Like right now, I can't really smell a great deal, but I can still do it. I can smell soap on my hands, so that's good. At least it's not perfume, right? So I can smell that. Yeah, definitely. So there's one thing I can smell. And I might have to move around a little bit to find something else. Maybe I have to open the window and just smell the fresh air, or whatever's going on outside. Or I might have to go into the kitchen to find something that I can smell. And again, it depends where you are. You can get as creative as you want to be with it. And then the final one, number 1 of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, is something you can taste. Again, creative as you want to be, look, make it fun, have some fun with it. And if there's nothing around you, you can taste. If your finger's clean, there's still a taste there. You can do that. You might have chewing gum. You might even just have a taste in your mouth from your morning coffee, whatever it is. The whole point of this is completely focusing you away from the uncomfortable feeling that's come up. And this is why I said to welcome the uncomfortable feeling at the start. It's not to try and suppress it, it's to refocus you. You've greeted the uncomfortable feeling in, you've acknowledged that it's there, and actually, I'm doing something else right now. My mind is far better occupied than focusing on you. What we're really looking for here is for that uncomfortable thought to feel like it's shown up at your office, it's banged on the door really loudly, and you've acknowledged that it's there. You've said, hey, nice to see you. You've told it to take a seat outside in the waiting room, and then you've continued with doing this. You've started doing this, which is what you're occupied on right now. And you become so engrossed in this, so busy with this, that the uncomfortable thought in the waiting room gets bored and it walks off. It might come back later. Sure, maybe it will. We could do the same process. Or you can use one of the other tactics on my YouTube channel. But we're not looking to engage deeply with it. We don't want to get involved in the face-to-face meeting. We just want to say hi. We just want to acknowledge that that feeling, that thought, that craving is there. But we're not going to get involved in a massive discussion with it because we're far too busy for that. Your mind's got far better things to do. Remember, we have over 100,000 thoughts every single day. Yet when it's a thought about alcohol in the early weeks of sobriety, they stand out like a sore thumb. It's like those thoughts have got flashing lights and blaring horns on them, and we can't resist engaging. Whereas what we want to do is try and learn to allow them to pass us by, like a cloud in the sky. And you can do this as a meditation. You can just sit with your eyes closed, breathe slowly through your nose and back out again several times, and shut your eyes and visualize the clouds in the sky. And they are your thoughts. and allow them to pass. Visualize them passing across. And it's okay to have thoughts while you meditate. You don't beat yourself up about that. And if you don't practice meditation, definitely check out one of the meditation apps like Calm or Headspace. They're amazing. You only need to do 10 minutes a day and it's all guided. So they talk you through it. You don't need to be a meditation guru. When I first tried meditation, my head was pinging with thoughts. And then after a few days of practicing it, I got better and better and started to be able to clear my mind. And remember, it's called meditation practice, not meditation perfect. We practice meditation and we learn to empty our minds and be still, to be calm. So definitely do try that and try visualizing your thoughts as clouds in the sky. Another great one you can do, if you've got one strong thought, one strong craving, is the same thing. Sit in a meditation, eyes closed, breathing intentionally but not snatching at the breath through your nose and out again till you feel a sense of calm. And then visualize yourself walking onto like a platform, a big outside stage with a big red balloon in your hand full of helium. Your thought or craving or discomfort is in that balloon, and I want you to hold it very intentionally, look up to the sky and then let it go and watch it. Watch it drift up into the clouds and become smaller and smaller and smaller. That works really well for some people. Again, some of these don't always work for people. You've got to try different tactics. Some will work brilliantly for you. Other ones you'll think, no, that wasn't for me. The ones that work, get them in your sober toolbox. Make sure you keep going back to them, because if you know you can destroy a craving, if you know you can deal with discomfort, anxiety, you're going to be well on track and set for success in sobriety. As always, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe to the channel. It means so much to me. There's new ones every Tuesday and every Thursday, and do check out my quit drinking program. As I say, you can try it free for 14 days and I would love you to be part of it.